Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's time to start another recorded career mode, and the team that we are selecting, as you just seen in the intro video for this video, is going to be Blackburn. So let's go ahead and jump in to the team. And yes, we are taking over the Blackburn Rovers, the championship side, and they were established in 1875 with 3 championships and 6 domestic cups to their name, and we're going to try to win some more with them. And we're hopefully win a Champions League eventually down the road. I don't think it's going to happen within 4 seasons. I think it's going to be 5-6 seasons in before we have a chance to win the Champions League. But we do have a starting budget of $6.1 million. The club worth is $200 million, and most of the objectives are all low. So we should not be getting fired at all. The board really has no expectations, but let's go ahead and meet the team. All right, so looking at the team, first off, we have Armstrong, who's a 22-year-old, 73 rated striker. Playing at the left mid spot, we have Rothwell, who is 24 years old, 68 rated. Dowing is a 34-year-old, 70 rated right mid playing cam. I don't know why he's playing there. He probably won't play there long, and we are definitely looking to replace him in the transfer windows. Then we move on to Gallagher, who is a striker at 23 years old, 68 rated. Johnston is a 32-year-old, 69 rated CDM. Travis is a 21-year-old, 71 rated CDM. Then at left back, we have Bell, who is 68 rated, 25 years old. No clue how to say this guy's name. He is on loan from Man City, but he is pretty decent, 6'4", 21 and 70 rated already. Lennon is 25 years old, 73 rated, is the captain of this team, and he looks halfway decent also. Then we have Niambe, who is 70 rated, 21 years old. I hope he can grow to something special. Then in between the sticks, we have Walton, who is 23 years old, 6'5", 72 rated, is on loan from Brighton, but I think we are going to try to retain him at season's end. Moving to the bench, we have 33-year-old striker Graham. Probably won't play any at all this season. We moved to Brendan, who's 20 years old. I know he has really good potential. Buckley, 19 years old, 63. I think he has high 70s potential also. Ranking Costello, I definitely pronounced this dude's name wrong, is a 19-year-old, 61 rated right mid. Then we have Williams, who is 70 rated, 26 years old, center back. He might play a little bit this year. Burnett is a 30-year-old, 69 rated right back. Probably won't play a lick at all. And then at the goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper is 30 years old, 64 rated, Lieutenant Waller. I definitely pronounced that dude's name wrong also. Then moving down to the bench, we have Dak, who is 25 years old. He will probably be playing the cam position. Let's go ahead and move him up. He probably will play the cam position for time being until we bring somebody in. I feel like I want to play there. Holdby is 28 years old, 73 rated center mid. Samuel is a 25-year-old, 65 rated striker. Evans is a 28-year-old CDM. McGrew is a 33-year-old, 69 rated center back. So we definitely need a center back. Center back is definitely on the list. Smallwood is a 28-year-old CDM. Chapman is 65 rated left mid, 21 years old. Davenport's a 20-year-old, 64 rated CDM. Butterworth is a 19-year-old striker slash center forward. And this is a guy we might look into training. Grayson, 20 years old, 6'2", center back. Then we have Platt, who is a 21-year-old, 6'2", center back. So we have 2 center backs that are 58 rated that we can train. Then we also have the 20-year-old, 6'1", 57 rated McGlure. I definitely pronounced that name wrong too, but yeah, that is our team that we are looking to start the season off with. Let's see who is on the short list. All right, so first on the short list is David Turnbull, the center attacking mid from Motherwell in Scotland. He is very high potential player, and I would like to bring him in. I have not used him yet in this FIFA. Next player on the list is Morgan Gibbs White from Wolverhampton Wanderers. I probably won't get him. If we bring him in, it'll probably be on loan. 19 years old, English, center attacking mid. Then the next player on this list is Will Smallbone, center attacking mid, Irish, from Southampton. we'll probably get him for dirt cheap. I think he was really low rated, and yeah, it'll probably be a decent move in the long run. Next, we come to Curtis Jones, the Liverpool man, English center attacking mid. Once again, this will probably be like Gibbs White and probably be a loan deal. And then we have Augustin Ocampo from Liverpool Football Club in Uruguay. The center attacking mid is 21 years old, and he had, I think, low 80s potential, so he might be someone that's worth bringing in. And now we move to the CDMs that we were looking to bring in. James Sands from NYCFC in the States is 18 years old, and I think he was dirt cheap also. And we don't have a lot of money to play with, so I had to go for some players that are going to have to grow into their potentials and make this team better. Next player on this list is Brian Riviero from Newell's Old Boys in Argentina, the 23-year-old Argentinian. Then Joe Williams is on this list from Wigan Athletic, but we can currently not buy him in this transfer window since he has just joined Wigan. The same goes for Tayshaun Oakley Booth, who just joined Stoke in this transfer window also, so we are looking for them in the future maybe to hold off on the CDM role. The next on the list is Dean Campbell from Aberdeen. The 18-year-old Scottish CDM is 6 foot and 134 pounds. It's kind of light in my opinion. But he also had decent potential. I think it was low 80s also. Then getting into the center backs, we had Ben Godfrey from Norwich City. The 20-year-old Englishman would be a great purchase. Then the next player at the center back position we have coming in is Jack Elliott from the Philadelphia Union. I think he might be the best fit in this out of all these center backs I have on here. And I think that's probably be the #1 target on my list. And then we move down to John Southtar, the 22-year-old Scottish defender. Is 6'2", 165 pounds, a little bit beefier, and he's pretty much a strength guy, which I like. One strong center back and then one pacey center back to kind of balance each other out. And last but not least on this list, it is Phil Jones, the former Blackburn Rovers player himself. The 27-year-old is playing at Manchester United, and I don't think he's probably going to see a lot of playing time in the team that they probably will accrue. So bringing him back to Blackburn might be the best option for him in the near future. Alright, and please remember to vote on any of these players that y'all like to see brought in to Blackburn. So yeah, vote on each position if y'all want. The cam, the CDM, the center back. It doesn't matter to me. Just leave them down in the comments below. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that was our transfer hub. Let's get on to the next piece of business. And our next piece of business is to look at the board objectives to see which ones they want us to do. First off, we're going to start with youth development, which is low. Like I said, all of these were low. The board probably doesn't want to do any. Sign one youth player to the senior team in the same season they are scouted to play him in 5 matches. Is either starting 11 or coming off the sub. Sign one academy player to the midfield position. That's going to be easy because that's going to be one of the first things we do is set up the youth academy. And brand exposure. Within 3 seasons, increase season ticket holders within at least 10% of the stadium's capacity. I think that it gets done no matter what team you do, even if you lose and get relegated. Next is financial. Finish the season with a profit margin of $11 million. I think if we make the playoffs, that should be doable. Domestic success, finish mid-table, and FA Cup reached around a 32. I think those are all really reachable. Continental success, none. I like seeing that for once. I don't have a bunch of extra games added because we're in a championship. We don't need no extra games. And we are taking place in a preseason tournament just for the money. I don't really care if we win or lose. Like I said, you know how I do them. I'll probably just send all of them. If we make it to the final, I will play the final. But our group, we are Group A. We have Bleemfield, Empoli, and Heidenheim. And in Group B, they have William II, Molde, Rosenborg, and Venezia. Not a bad group. This group actually had the most money. At like the total payout was like $5 million, I think it was. So it's really not bad. That will give us $11 million and more money to buy players. So let's get in to at least the end of the preseason tournament, and then that'll be the end of the episode. Coming into the first game with the team, we are playing Empoli, and coming out of the Empoli game, we do take a 2-1 loss. Rothwell was the lone goal scorer for us, and Empoli does beat us. That's not a good way to start this career mode. All right, in our first piece of business. We are going to sell Derek Williams to the Portuguese club. They came in with an offer of 2.4, which was 200,000 over his value. So I really cannot refuse that, honestly. He's 26 years old, not going to grow, and probably not going to play that much this year in the team. So we're just going to go ahead and let him go off to Portugal. And here we come into the next game versus Heidenheim. And hopefully we can pick up a victory here. Something. A draw, something would be nice. Another 2-1 loss, as Bell was the lone goal scorer. And this one, he actually tied the game, and then Moore looks like he put the game away in the 67th. We're pretty much out of the tournament already. That's awesome. And coming into the last game of the preseason tournament, really does not matter our results. We have not won a game yet. And we do win this one 2-1. Armstrong scores a brace. Yeah, and we do pick up our first victory of this career mode. In a sim game, though, it doesn't really matter. It's preseason. Time to get on with the rest of the season now. All right, so for the tournament that we did compete in, we only got $1 million from it. So we completely failed in trying to get any sort of money from the preseason tournament. But Williams has been sold, and that adds $1.8 million to the transfer budget. And now that bumps the transfer budget up to $8.8 million with $90K in the wage budget. That gives us a little bit more wiggle room to buy. Maybe we might be able to squeeze in 3 players now. I'm thinking. Maybe we'll get one at every position. Depends on how their values of the players that we have scouted are going to look. But that is it for episode 0, 1, whatever we want to call this. I don't know. We're going to call it probably episode 0. Just to set up and get the transfers in. See who y'all want me to bring into the club. But that is it for this one. Thank y'all for coming out. I'll see y'all again later. Y'all have a good one.